in from Desert Plants of Avalon in the north of Ireland. And in today's video, it's a bit of an update on the cacti and succulents that we brought from inside the house out into the Polytunnel greenhouse and yard for the spring and summer months. Now, normally what I do a series of video vlogs where I bring different types of cactus down from inside the house, from the grow room into the polytunnel, show you what they look like before and what they look like when they're put away. But I've been so busy the past few weeks that it's just easier for me to just bring everything out and show you what it looks like when it's all been put away. And we've got everything that we had overwintering indoors outside now into the big polytunnel greenhouse and yard, except for the 3 big cactus plants that we have on our staircase. And these 3 big monsters, we're going to be moving out probably tomorrow or the next day. We're getting our friend Sean to come over to help us to lift them big giants. So then once they're out, everything's done for the spring and summer, and it's just a case of keeping up on top of looking after the plants, fertilising regularly and repotting. I've still got lots more to repot this year, so I'm going to be working my way through it over the next few weeks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you first of all what we've brought down from upstairs. Now here we've got the majority of Hylocereus cacti and some Selenicereus as well, Piniocereus, all part of the dragon fruit family, and I've got them all here on this table, except for this one. This is a euphorbia. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And this is, as I say, all the Hylocereus dragon fruits, different types of varieties here that we've got out, and we've got them sort of tied them up, growing up to the side there, so it's going to carry on, be able to grow up there. And these we overwintered in the grow room in my office upstairs because they're not cold hardy. They need a minimum of 10 Celsius which is 50°F during the winter. But now the chance of all the cold nights has hopefully passed. We brought them out, and they should thrive here for the spring and summer months. And I also have I brought down all the euphorbias as well from upstairs and got these on the tray. Now Hans and I have a lot of euphorbia plants, and we also have a lot that we have still inside the house that stay inside the house for the spring and summer because they're in a sunny kitchen window and they thrive there. And they're mostly all the smaller euphorbias that we have there in the window in the kitchen, and we still keep them there over the spring and summer. We keep them there all through the year because they do well in that spot. But these ones are more of the larger ones, so these have been brought out. And nice little display there here of different types, and I'm happy to say that my Euphorbia flanagani, commonly known as the Medusa head, is in beautiful bloom. Look at that. It was funny because this particular plant wasn't looking too good over the winter time. You know, when you're overwintering it, all these lovely green little segments, I should say, whether you can call them leaves or that, dried up brown and completely went off. And I was worried about this plant, but put it out, since February, March time, it picked up, grew all these new little leaves and started to flower. This has been amazing because it's only been out here in about a week now in the polytunnel and just burst into flower. So happy to see, gorgeous. And all the other euphorbias are looking well as well. And these cuties are what I got from my wonderful friend Clyde Morris. So Clyde, if you're watching this, these are the cuties that you gave us last year, doing very well here. And these are Euphorbia stelospinas, and also Euphorbia polygona as well. And these are Euphorbia decari variety Stitcher. I'm hopeless at pronouncing the names. And these are also from Clyde. And these were actually green, these leaves. We took them out into polytunnel, getting plenty of sunshine. It's been very sunny the past couple of weeks here. And they've sort of gone like a dark colour from the sun. But they're doing well. So happy days. And that's what we've moved out from upstairs. And then all these plants in. Now what I'm going to be doing, obviously, I've still got a lot of work to do in the polytunnel. I want to get everything rearranged. Most of it looks okay, but there's some things I want to move about. Once I've done that, I'll do a complete update, cacti and succulent collection tour of all the cacti and succulents. But in the meantime, I'm just carrying on with all of this and all the succulents here. Many of them are coming into bloom as well. Now it's so lovely to see a lot of our echeverias all in gorgeous flower. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful bundles of little flowers there, and many more are starting to come into bud as well, as you can see here. So it's going to be blooming amazing very, very soon, and lots of buds. And look at this, this is the Kalanchoe Pumila in gorgeous little lilac bloom. It's so pretty. And what I love about this plant as well, it has lovely sort of powdery leaves. It's gorgeous. And then here, this is Crassula Springtime. That's been blooming for a good couple of weeks now. Very lovely. And some have recently been blooming and starting to die back now. Same as these flowers on here. So the succulents are doing well, and as I say, I'll include more detail when I do a more up-to-date tour very soon. We have quite a few of our sedums in flower as well. This one here is a lovely bunch of flowers right on the top of it, lovely golden blooms. Gorgeous little flowers just starting to appear here on this bit of a mystery succulent. I got this from a friend here in Belfast, and he didn't know what it was, but he gave me a cutting of it, and it's grown into a beautiful little plant here, and lovely to see the little flower. I'm guessing it's some type of sedum, obviously by the flower and the appearance of it. Really happy as well to see my Kalanchoe Marleriana in gorgeous, gorgeous, beautiful bloom. As you can see, lovely sort of orangey red blooms, tons of them this year, and they hang down just like little bells. They're absolutely gorgeous. And this plant is related to the Kalanchoe Greymontiana, commonly known as the mother of thousands or mother of millions. And this is already starting to grow little tiny babies all around the leaves, as you can see there, little plantlets. And you can either just remove the leaf and lay it on the soil, and these little plantlets will grow, and then the leaf will die back, or you can just take them off, just place them on the soil. They grow their own little individual plants. So although it's not a mother of thousands plant, you can see why it's related, because it's part of the Bryophyllum family, which means they produce these little plantlets all along the edges of the leaves. But just look at them flowers, it's beautiful. Do you show you there? Really gorgeous. And this time of year, when it's getting plenty of sun, as I say, we've had amazing weather here, the leaves take on a lovely peachy pink blushing sort of glow to them, and it's a beautiful plant. Now all of these cacti we have out here all through the year in the polytunnel, so these haven't been moved as such. These are always here, and we've got some more big plants here as well, big aloes. And all of the succulents on here, mainly Echeverias, Graptobatalums, Graptevias, Graptosedums as well. Many of the Crassulas there, and a lot of hanging plants as well. The string of pearls, string of tears, string of dolphins, string of pearls has been recently blooming as well. And a few other type of hanging baskets. All the other hanging baskets we had in here are epiphyllums we've got out in the yard. Now it's the cold nights have gone. And moved this one from indoors from the house outside. This is a Selenicerius, and this is Selenicerius Reclei, and this is a recent addition that we got a few months ago, so it'd be lovely to see this bloom. And then here we have, gosh, a mixture of everything. Aloes, crassulas, sedums, Dickeas, and these are actually related to the air plants, and Gasterias, Haworthias, everything all on here. Lots of aloes and everything all at the bottom here. And what I'm going to be doing, as I mentioned, I'm going to do a complete cactus and succulent collection tour very soon. So this is just a brief update on how everything is. As you can see there, so we've had plenty in flower. Again, more aloes here, and Gasterias and Haworthias, all there, and more crassulas. And we've moved these euphorbias out. This is a Euphorbia sudanica as well. It always loses its leaves in winter. When we bring it out into the polytunnel, this will, over the next couple of weeks or so, start to send out new leaves, and it's going to make a really good recovery. And this Pachypodium there, and my lovely big golden bowel. More Crassula jade plants there, different varieties. And then here is the Opuntias. Now this is a bit of a mess, this table, because these Opuntias, up until couple of weeks ago were just hanging. They looked terrible, but we've given them a really good water and a bit of a fertiliser. They've really plumped back up again, and they've lifted themselves up from hanging down. Still have a lot of work to do on them. I'm going to be getting all these off the table, going through everyone, because some of them have got mealy bugs, and I do like to use the neem oil in here. But it's been so hot here the past couple of weeks in Ireland, believe it or not, that I don't like to use it when it's very hot, because it can, neem oil is absolutely amazing, but it does have a habit of, it can scar and burn the plant tissue if you're using it in very hot temperatures. So I've had to wait till it goes a little bit cooler before I can carry on with it again. But lovely to see the punchers all plumping back up again after their watering. I'm going to be repotting these Apuntia humifusas, because they need to be repotted. I've grown them from seed, but they're pretty desperate as well for another repot. Now, this big Pilocereus here is one that Hans, my wonderful fiance, has grown from seed about 20 years ago now, and it's very tall. In fact, it's too tall for our new greenhouse, so we have to put it here into the main polytunnel. But that was overwintering indoors as well. And we have these cacti are always here in the polytunnel, and the same with everything on this table as well. Got a mixture of tephro cactus, all different types of other Apuntioid species there, and astrophytums. A lot is coming into bud now, which is very exciting. Loads of buds, but these, I say, are always here. But lovely to see lots of buds forming on them already. Very exciting. And this euphorbia we took out from the house as well. And more euphorbias here as well. We had these overwintering in our grow room out the back with the grow lights, so it's good to get these out as well. They're going to love it out here for the spring and summer. And mixture of all of the cacti there. As I mentioned, tons of buds coming. And lovely to see the Echinocereus gentry cucumis also in bud. And our other Echinocereus gentrii also in bud. Lots of new growth, as you can see, the fresh growth on the tops of these as well. Very exciting. And plenty of buds on the way on the cacti. Getting bigger because the weather has been amazing here. And lovely to see lots of buds all coming up on many of the cacti, especially the first to flower for us are always the epiphyllums outside. And then we have the Chamaecereus, the Raubusias, and all the other sort of similar small cacti as well that form the buds and then come into flower. So probably in a month's time, probably even a couple of weeks' time, this is going to be blooming beautiful very soon. And we have all our gymnos as well, a lot of gymnoclysiums that are all also coming into bud. So it's a very exciting time. So a little bit of an update in here as well on what we've moved out. And now I'm going to show you what we've got out in our new greenhouse. Now here I am in the new greenhouse that we bought about 6 weeks ago, and we fully filled it now with plants that we had overwintering inside the house, and also some cacti that we also had in the greenhouse, in the big polytunnel. And we've got this mostly now filled with cereus types of cacti, and some of the Pilocereus that we're overwintering indoors we bought out here, and they seem to be loving it so far. And I'll just show you a little bit. As I say, I'm going to do a complete cactus and succulent collection tour in the next couple of weeks or so. Here we have a Stephanotis floribunda, and we have it tied up. It's a beautiful white flowers in the summer, so that's going to grow up like a vine. And a mixture of different types of cereus type of cacti here, and seem to be very happy in this new greenhouse. I love the fact that it's white and it gets so much sun in here, guys. As I say, we've had a very good spell of very good weather for about the last 2 to probably 3 weeks. It's been gorgeous. Yesterday was boiling hot, and I've tried to come in and do a bit of an update video, but it's been impossible because it's been so sunny that it just whitewashes everything that when you're trying to film. So this is why I'm doing this quite early in the morning, so it doesn't go whitewash. There's different types of cereus in here. Some of our punchers as well we've brought out from the main polytunnel into here, and some of the other punchers we had indoors because they're not so much cold hardy. These are punchers. These ones are more they need more warmth. Most of punchers are cold hardy, but these particular 3 there needed to be overwintered. I've got my Martilio cactus there, commonly known as the booby cactus as well, and other types of cereus cacti. So I'm hoping these all come into flower this year, because they're going to get maximum heat in here and maximum light as well. So lovely to see. Absolutely fantastic to have all these out now, enjoying this lovely light. More punches there as well. Oh, big echinopsis there, multi-headed one. It's so large, so it's going to thrive out here. And a mixture of more different types of Trochoceras, these all seedlings. And this one here is a little saguaro that I got from my wonderful friend Keith Groovy Man here on YouTube. So Keith, if you're watching this, it is amazing. It has grown quite a lot. Incredible spines. Look how long them spines are, guys. It is beautiful. And I'll probably be giving this another repot as well in the next few weeks. So it is going to thrive out here in the polytunnel. This is one that we overwinter indoors, but happy to get that out for the summer months. And here is my Pilocereus Gunelli with all its little arms. And if you want to know why they're all covered in white powder, it's not mealybugs. I've sprinkled quite a few of them with a covering of diatomaceous earth, because it's good for preventing bugs. So that's why some of them are covered in a white powder. Happy to see my Cereus spiralis as well, looking nice and clean after I treated it from scale insect. So this is just a bit of a scan round of the cacti, so you can see an update. As I say, I normally would do videos when I bring the plants that have been overwintering indoors back outside again as video vlogs, but I've just been so busy with everything that I thought it's easier to just get it put away and then show you what it all looks like when it's all outside and in the new greenhouse. And here some more punchers as well. Puncher cobra, I'm going to be repotting that one soon. And these were lovely little punchers here as well. This is from Cactus Cove, Claire, so thank you, Claire, doing really well. And a mixture of lots more different types. So that's the greenhouse, our new greenhouse, very happy with it. And here is a Clyster Cactus, Barmii, I think it's called. This one here. So there we go, that's it all out, and I'm going to show you what we've got out, that we put out into the yard. Now outside in our yard, hanging up, we've got the epiphyllums, many of them all coming into flower, as you can see there, and they're loving it out here. They're going to be a bit of shade as well, a bit of morning sun, and perfect spot for them for the summer months. We also have our Sedum Organium, the one in the hanging basket, hanging up here as well. And then here in this corner, we have got our very large basket of mixture of Graptopetalums and Echeverias, all out here, enjoying that lovely fresh air. And it's absolutely huge, this basket, many different varieties as well. And as you can see, also coming into flower, very, very lovely. And then we've got our Aeniums out here as well in this corner. They're loving the fresh air outside. And then we've got some of our Prescioposis, not looking the best. They don't overwinter that well when we have them indoors. But when we bring them out again, within a couple of weeks, these will all be back in leaf and all growing well. Also have my very old 70-year-old Schlumberger truncata, the common known as the Thanksgiving cactus, thriving outside here in the yard as well. This has quite a bit of shade as it's at the back of the fence, the back of the polytunnel, and that loves just that bit of morning sun and plenty more shade in the afternoon. And then here we have more hanging Schlumbergers. Also, this is the Christmas cactus, the Schlumberger bucklei, and that is doing well there. And another Schlumberger truncata down there. I have some of my carnivores here as well. Have my Aporo cactus and Aporophyllum as well in this hanging basket, as you can see, also coming into bud. So this is going to be blooming lovely very, very soon. Happy to see that. More of our epiphyllums as well here, also all coming into bud. These, as I say, we moved out a couple of weeks ago, doing very well outside here. And these are our Perescias, and the Perescia cacti are quite remarkable because they're known as the leafy cacti. And yes, believe it or not guys, this is actually a cactus, even though it looks very much like a normal type of plant with its leaves, but it has areoles, as you can see there, so it is a true cactus. This is Perescia godseffiana, absolutely beautiful, sort of corally reddish leaves, beautiful, and some more different types of Perescias down here too. And then we have a basket of our Easter cactus that has been blooming absolutely gorgeous. Look at the lovely big bright pink blooms as well. That's in a nice shady spot because this is under our oil tank, which is our heating system here in Ireland, and it seems to love a bit of morning sun, a bit of shade there too. And our white flowering one is also coming into bud as well, so very exciting to see. And here we have our monkey puzzle trees. These are 4 gorgeous monkey puzzle trees that I grown from seed years ago, about 6 years ago now, possibly 7 years ago. And I made a video when I did, and I know there's a lot of people asking me because I'm going to be repotting these. I'm just waiting for some soil to arrive, and then this week I'm going to get them repotted, so stay tuned for a video when I repot these beauties. They're absolutely gorgeous, and for people who've been asking, wanted to see an update on them and the repotting of them, then sorry I haven't done it yet, but it will definitely be done this week. They are just gorgeous, and I know they're not a cactus or a succulent, but they're very spiky still. Here's our Ripsalis pilocarpa. Again, it's got a lovely red tinge to it because it's getting a bit of sun here, a bit more morning sun as well, and a bit of shade behind the greenhouse here. And it is packed with amazing seed pods that are almost ready for the harvesting. Just waiting them to go a little bit softer, but I think I'll probably be able to pick these and harvest these soon. And then we have one of our zigzag epiphyllums here as well. Now these are the cacti we're still keeping in here in the grow room, which is also my office, because these plants do well in here all through the year. So these are a mixture of different types of Ripsalis cacti on this hanging plant stand. They get plenty of sun coming in from this window. It's a south facing window, so they get a bit of dappled sun, which is perfect for them as they don't like to have full sun. And also they get a bit of light from the grow light as well when that's on the cloudy days. So a mixture of different types here that will do well still here for the spring and summer. And then this is my what I've got here that I've left in here in the grow room to stay here for the spring and summer, because it's a very sunny window. This window gets plenty of sunshine. The sun comes onto the table too, and it's sort of midsummer when the sun doesn't come as far into the room. That's when we can put the lights on for a few hours a day as well. So I've got a mixture of different types all here that are going to be staying in here for the spring and the summer, and a mixture of many different types of epiphyllum seedlings here that we've got as well, growing very well. Our orchids also and our Selenicereus grandiflorus here, very happy to say there is buds forming as well on this, so this is going to be blooming absolutely remarkable in the next month or two. So very excited to see the blooms on that again. So I hope you enjoyed the little update on what we've moved out into the polytunnel and yard and greenhouse for the spring and summer. As I say, we've just got our 3 big cactus plants on the staircase that we have to bring out hopefully tomorrow or the next day when our friend is free to help us. And then it's all done for the spring and summer. And I haven't been as regular putting on videos for the past 2 to 3 weeks because I've just been up to my eyeballs, obviously sorting out all the plants, and so much repotting. It's been exhausting, but happy to say once it's all done I'll be able to concentrate on doing a bit more update regular videos for you guys. So thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't done already, please do subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to click the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Desert Plants of Avalon. And for more growing tips on how you can care for and grow cacti and succulents, then please do check out my website, desertplantsofavalon.com. I want to send you loads of love, heaps of happiness and tons of happy growing from across the Emerald Isle. And until my next video, bye.